Welcome back to the WODprep podcast. I'm your host, CJ Opalma, with the best host in the space, Claire Bays.
Your glasses. You're doing that purely just because of last week, right?
Yeah. I'm not awake yet either. We'll take a
Oh,
look.
okay.
It's bright.
I don't know if you can, it's not as exciting, my little crown, just because, or whatever we want to call this thing, headband, because it's being blocked by my headphones. But can you see it? It says
Is your
birthday.
today?
Yeah, duh, dude.
Happy
Come
birthday,
on.
baby.
I
I
told
know
you
that.
about it. What the
I
heck?
don't know, dude.
Just kidding. You got other things going on. Yes, it's my birthday.
Happy
So anyway, I have
birthday.
this little thing. I was like, I'm going to wear it. And then you can't even see it.
Happy birthday. You did tell us about this. What are your plans today?
Yeah, and you have a lot of other priorities in life. What are my plans today?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, work, train, enjoy my life. Like I don't have. We'll do. Jimmy and I'll go to dinner next week. He's in Florida right now. Anyway, I didn't make plans, but I don't know how many years ago it was that I finally was like, if I want to have plans for my birthday, that is my responsibility, and to each their own. But anyway, that I haven't made plans, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Perrin usually does a pretty good job of the birthday thing, and I try and that's like we try and push each other, not push each other. We try and celebrate each other's birthdays pretty good. Like parents is always the last week of school, so it's really tough.
Yeah.
I try and do something, and usually she's like, "No, we're not doing that." I'm like, okay, well, I tried. The effort was there, and then she's like, "I don't want to do that." I'm like, okay.
I
And
also genuinely care more about my sober birthday than I do about my birthday.
Sure.
Anyway, so like, yeah, but that's nice. Like you guys get in a rhythm of doing for one another. That's fantastic. Yeah. And Jimmy, of course, like texting at like midnight, and he's like, feels bad that he's not here, whatever. And I'm like, bro, go do what you need to do. This is all right.
I actually won't be here for my birthday. We'll be together.
Yeah, we will be celebrating your birthday.
I know we will be, but I won't be with my wife on my birthday. Which just gives me an excuse to celebrate it later, which is nice.
By the way, the comments are all being so thank you guys. Thank you so much. Are you guys or is your birthday on the final day? Like, are we going out that evening, the day of your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. Okay, cool. Well, you and Ben can, I don't know, act like children together.
Yes, most likely.
So, and I will just laugh in the corner with Ashley or whatever.
Yeah.
That works. That'd be great. Cool. Well, actually, a lot's going on.
Most valid. This is for sure the most valid comment. Like, way to go. Like,
right.
Good job.
Right.
Good job just
existing.
Winning. Well, funny enough, like being born is like
should be like a happy day for your parents.
Well, it's like winning the lottery 10 times in a row. Like the odds of us being born of like if you like I don't know, there's like a way to create the odds of it, and it's 1 in like trillions. Fun fact. It's very interesting. It's very unique. Yeah. It's very unique.
These days, this is actually like my what I think of is, and everybody has their own experiences, but I look back through life. Ooh, by the way, I'll post on my Instagram later today, and heads up, I'm going to make the second picture one when I was 16 years old, and you will be shooketh. Yeah, because someone sent it to me recently, and I was like, what?
Are you like, I'm trying to think. Let me see if it'll come up, but I'm going to try and like project what it might be. So let's go with choker chain, like from Claire's, right? Like the plastic, you know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
Double tank top Hollister, like covered, so it's like lighter color over.
Yeah, other than the fact that we didn't have a Hollister and we didn't have money. Yeah, for sure.
And okay, fine. It could be Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah, something from Ross.
Okay, here we go. Here's a.
But I mean, the double tank top wins. Keep going. I mean, it's not the photo, but that's a good assumption.
Yeah, and then low rise jeans for sure. Super low, right? Like
quite unfortunate. That didn't work for me at that time.
And like the oversized belt that didn't touch your, like it was like, I don't know how to explain it, but like a very large belt as a fashion statement over your shirt in some capacity.
Mm-hmm. It's weird because you gave me a choker, so I feel like you were giving me like punk rock for a second, but then you pivoted to like prep. Like
No, I mean,
I now feel like a confused teenager, which is accurate. But
yeah, I feel like that's. I mean, a lot of girls I think did the choker chain. I mean, it's not, we're not like, it's not a Spencer's choker chain. It's like from from Claire's, right? Like the store, like where everyone gets their ears
sure,
pierced.
sure. Yeah, I definitely did. I think I wore chokers more in like my late teens, early 20s, to be honest. But yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah,
In this photo, it's actually me at work. So I'm in a tucked in polo and so on, but
got it.
it's really bad.
Was your hair
Yeah.
like flat straight?
I straightened it for a long time, so it would have been. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yes. Correct. Man, but like when I was in we can quickly pivot off of this topic, but whenever I started to get my own fashion sense, I think you nailed it with the choker, although I don't know if I wore those, but like the vibe fits. When and this was in middle school, but I would wear, it was so bad. Like tights with the fishnets that were bright neon colors over them, and like maybe jeans as well. So they would just be like rolled up at the bottom, and then like a mini skirt over that. And
Mhm.
like it was all these hot pink, lime
Yeah.
green,
What's interesting?
black.
It's
Like it
interesting.
was disgusting.
Uh,
But
it's so funny as you're saying that, and I know you're trying to like make it seem like everything has changed drastically in your life, but you're wearing a
variation of that.
like right now.
Yeah, it
I
was
don't,
just
I don't know if you know.
a lot.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you looked in the mirror this morning, but like it hasn't transitioned that far.
I still thoroughly enjoy expressing myself via apparel. It's just a lot less exciting these
Yeah,
days.
sure.
I think I've probably even said it on the show, but it used to be the case when I would go to football games every weekend that was like my runway, my opportunity. And
Yeah.
then these days it's so much less. But
I've had this like very broad like transition. So those years, the 16, well, maybe not 16, but like middle school, I wore like South Pole and FUBU and
uh-huh.
like very large, very large clothes.
Uh-huh.
And then it transitioned into like frat preppy polo.
How
Like
long did that last for you? Like was that forever?
that was into it was like
College.
into no, it was like into high school. Yeah, Jinko for sure. Like just into high school, because then in high school I pretty much just wore like practice clothes every day. Like I played high school baseball, so I just wore, our practice uniform pretty much every day. Right? We had like 5 unis, and I would just wear that and my trainers.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty much all I wore to school. Like I never got dressed up for school in high school.
Yeah.
And then college came around, and I started like wearing more clothes that just fit in general. And but I rocked a flat bill hat for deep into college, and I still do. Like I still rock a flat bill hat. Like I kind of came back to it.
Yeah.
But I went like the full frat backwards hat, um, khaki shorts, boat shoes, and then it kind of just stayed there for a while. And then I recently went back to the oversized tee, like right before it started to come back into style. I was like, you know what? I like my oversized, just like that really heavy cotton t-shirt. So I
Uh-huh.
try and get Ben to always make one for WODprep. He's like, no one likes oversized cotton shirts. I'm like, that's not even a
Oh,
little
yeah,
true.
that
I was
Jimmy
like, you're
loves
definitely,
those.
I love them. And so,
Mhm.
um, anyway, so it was, so we've kind of like transitioned back a little bit. And then I think now I don't know, just like 5-inch cut shorts. Like that's like the only like staple in my, um, I don't know, wardrobe. So I always wear short shorts. Like
Yeah.
that's why I was like, hey, you don't wear anything other than underwear today? I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
Oh
skies
yeah,
up, skies up.
dude, yeah, Croquis for sure, Costas,
Wait, I
Croquis.
don't know what those are.
It's like the wrap that. So it's like a oh man, are they in here? Anyways, so they'd go on the end of your glasses, and so it's like a neck wrap around. So you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
look
yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah.
fishing thing, just
Yep.
like what Southern frats, like everyone wore it.
Mhm.
Anyways, anywho,
Yeah, I
blast
just
from
sent you, and I
memory
don't
lane.
think we wanna pull it up necessarily, or if you do, I just turn the volume down, but someone earlier this week sent me a video on Instagram of, like, what my adolescence was spent doing. I literally worked in a venue. And by the way, it would have been called hardcore music. And I literally worked in a venue that was the type of music that anyway, that was okay. We can just move on. We really should talk about CrossFit.
No, it's good. Memory lane. People like memory lane stuff. They don't like. Yes, people watch. It's so interesting because people for sure watch to hear what we have to say about CrossFit, but they really just, which is so interesting. They watch like us. Very, very, very confusing concept. But it is what
To
it is.
you, yeah, I'm very grateful that anyone. That is funny because it's like it's not. I don't know. It's not that interesting.
It's not.
Terry says she loves this. You know what? In that case, yeah. Did you pull it up? I definitely just think it might be loud. I don't remember. And given the type of music, it might be a really, like, I don't know if we want to wake people up to that.
Nothing's working. Okay. Come on. There we
It was
go.
via DMs. But I did send you a lot of things
I know.
for the show.
I know.
Per usual.
I remember the first thing that pops up is Cole's picture. Dude, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, I think I sent you that as well. The clip that Covering CF Instagram posted. Yeah, we should definitely pull that up. That's pivoting over to that topic. But you just figured that out this morning.
This one? Is this
yeah, this is the one that I was referencing about, like, this is my high school years. Oh, okay. They put a different audio over it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, this is definitely not that audio. I know.
Yeah. You know what this sounds like?
This is grunge.
Literally, like, this man doing whatever this dance move, which is called two-step. Like, that was me. I can't. I can't. I don't know.
That's so funny.
I don't know. It was it's where I grew up. I don't know. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah. The Cole learn thing. Do we want to pivot it off of this? Are we good on this? I'm starting to get uncomfortable.
Before we talk about not CrossFit again, let's just make sure that we talk about something CrossFit
adjacent.
Yep. And yeah, at least CrossFit adjacent.
Yeah, Tristan said that was bananas. I'm assuming that he's referencing the Cole learn situation. I don't even know. What is this? Oh, okay. Oh, we're not. I was like, wait, what? Yes, you are going to coach a team at the CrossFit Games.
Yep.
Congratulations. Wow. This is CrossFit Reykjavik, by the way. Yep.
Which is so wild. Like, obviously, I've coached Gucci for forever, and I think Gucci is like, I think she's the next daughter. I think she really has all the assets, right? You know, she has the tools to really be great in our sport, and that's been amazing. And but like to be a part of coaching CrossFit Reykjavik, which is, I don't know, arguably
iconic.
Yeah, I mean, like the most, I don't know, like
it's a Mount Rushmore situation.
For like a gym at least.
Yes,
you know, like everyone knows it, and so it's just it's kind of wild. I just don't know. It's cool. It's super cool, man. I am.
So is this one of those moments? So like CJ, I am in the inner workings at this point of your work. And mind you, we still don't chat that much throughout the week because what we're doing is separate things, but I get a lot closer up view of it. And
I guess the ambassador is everything else is the same.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, you care a ton about what you do. You work really freaking hard, but like, it's not the most, it's kind of a thankless job. Not to say that your clients, your athletes don't want to, or don't express appreciation. I'm not saying that at all. I know that they do quite a lot, but you work really hard for it, you know? Anyway, and you've been around for a long time. And so this sounds like it may potentially be for you a moment where you get to pause and be like, whoa, like how many times throughout your career does that occur? Hopefully many, right? But where you're like, how did I get here? This is special.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think it's way more often than it was.
Okay.
I think I don't know, the you know, when I see our podcast numbers, and not to say that we like absolutely like throw out bangers, right? Just to be clear, but
dude, we're crushing.
But like having over 2,000 people like watch what you have to say about the sport is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
it's very cool.
Yeah, I mean,
it's ridiculously cool.
I mean, right now it's definitely one of one of those things, right? It's been a goal of mine for fucking ever, to coach at
The
CrossFit
games.
Games. And I don't want to take anything away from my age group athletes or my adaptive athletes. I've coached CrossFit Games champions, and podium athletes in the age group, every age division except 35, I think, which is amazing,
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's
but like
okay
this
to
is,
say that there's some difference there,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That
yeah,
is extremely special, and they are the fittest in the world in
yeah.
their age group, which is absolutely remarkable. But to say there's a distinction between the two, whether it's prestige or whatever you want to call it, like that's
Mhm.
okay.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I mean, this is like the next step, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm assuming at some point you would also like to coach an individual at the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is another, like you said, this is
Yeah.
just a step, right? Like
Mhm.
this is a really cool step. I'm really happy that you're in it and able to experience that about it now. And then hopefully, I don't know, just it could be easy to keep moving at a pace at which you don't appreciate the progress that you've made. So I'm grateful that you are able to pause long enough to recognize like, wow, this is really cool. This is
I
special.
I think there's like obviously this is amazing, and now we're gonna like shift off. But in the past, having my second child in the past little bit, I think what really makes me pause the most is being able to like make a living, like a real
Mhm.
living doing this. Like I've just talked to so many coaches in the space at this point,
Yep.
and I've really learned about the economics of coaching CrossFit, and like what coaches' lives look like and what they're able to do or how they're able to make it happen. And it just mine is so much different. And um and I'm really grateful for being able to provide for my family the way that I can
Mhm.
because of coaching CrossFit, right? Like I have,
Right.
you know, it's really not common, and I'm super grateful for it. And I'm unbelievably indebted and thankful to Ben for the opportunities that he's given me. Um, and so I think about that way more than the coaching success that I have, whether
Mhm.
that be what I view it as or like what it actually is. Um, and and so yeah, that's what I think about regularly. And that's probably just because that's where we are, right? Because we're making huge life transitions, um, with parent and work and the family and those kind of things. And so uh it is I think about that every day. Every day. Right now I think about it every day because we're grinding so hard and I literally work till 3 a.m. like 5 nights a
Well,
week.
that's what I was about to
So,
say. Yes, your situation is unique in how you've structured it, because you've set out your priorities, and family and presence with family is a priority to you, and so you've made significant sacrifices to bring that to life, right? And so it is incredible because you're right. Unfortunately, many are not in that position, but also you work your tail off for it,
Mhm.
and hard work over the course of time typically yields fruit, right? I'm curious what if Tristan kind of feels that as well, because I don't know what his situation is exactly like, and I'm sure it's very different from yours and how it all shakes out. But if he can identify with that at all, as far as like, wow, I really do get to like coach this full time. This is like what I do, and this is how I make a living. Speaking of being able to make a living with it too, I think that might be a good opportunity to pivot quickly to it's a story that I sent you that I would like you to pull up, and it's from Zion CrossFit, I believe. I just want to touch on this a little bit more. We won't spend a lot of time here, but because you're good to go ahead and go on to that.
Mhm.
On Monday night's show, I touched on the CrossFit Medical Society Health Integration Summit and kind of how they're offering these health hubs. And I just kind of like to talk a little bit more about that. So like you can see here, I almost wish we could like pull it even. Can you zoom on this? Oh, heck yeah. Okay, cool. Ooh,
Whoops.
that's okay. Um, so once you get that pulled back up, sorry. this is just kind of, you can go to this is on their story right now, but also you can go to the link in their bio. And this is just an example of a gym that an affiliate that is implementing a health hub. And so you can actually see and I'm curious, I'm not sure if I know, I want to talk to them because some of these people I met at the summit, and I'm not sure about this one in particular, but coming soon, healthcare inside of CrossFit Zion, optimize your health, improve performance, live better for the long haul, biomarkers, a lot of different things, labs, telehealth,
Is this what our
therapy.
call is on Monday?
Say what?
Is this what our call is on Monday with Ben? Ben
I'm
left.
not exactly sure what all we're
Okay,
going to cover on that call.
got it.
I'll be on another call on Tuesday for another affiliate that's going to integrate a health hub because I just want to better understand what this integration really looks like. But so then down at the bottom, it's got their logo, CrossFit Medical Societies, and then community care. And then of course you could click on that link and it would take you to their website, which just shows a little bit more. But anyway, so for anyone who is an affiliate or is even a coach at an affiliate or even a member at an affiliate and would like for their, like, I think the thing I want to point out is a lot of people don't really understand what this offer actually is and how to bring it into their affiliates. But this is kind of the next iteration of how do we really thoroughly provide health, right? Even more thoroughly than offering the class and talking about nutrition and providing community, which is already remarkable in and of itself, but bringing this component in. And so this is one where you could like take a look at, I feel, and just kind of see, okay, that's how they're marketing that. And then you could go to Jen's, which it's at Jen, JENNPISH, Jen Pish is her Instagram, and book a call with her if you're an affiliate owner or something like that and you want to discuss a health hub for your affiliate. So I just wanted to touch on that because that was so broad. And at the end of the day, those affiliates are going to have specific questions they're going to want to ask directly to Jen. And so that's a way in which they can get in contact with her if this is something that they would like to incorporate. That's all.
Sick. I'm so excited to integrate this into, I think Ben said we're going to integrate into one-on-one coaching somehow.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the idea is definitely that not just there, but the idea is that we get this integrated, for everyone to have access to this that is a part of our community.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's cool. We're speaking of the life switch, we're about to start community care as a family. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. And to be honest, like literally that was on my to-do list yesterday because I've been telling myself, oh, just wait until you're off this contract with this functional medicine team, because I do spend an amount monthly that is, nobody wants to spend money on healthcare, right? But like that number to me, I'm like, oh, if I can just get through these next few months of that contract, get off of that monthly payment there, plus everything else that I'm up to, then I'll transition over and spend money on health, but I'm like, I don't know, I've just opted for being a cash pay for so many years. Sure. And, but anyway, it was on my to-do to just go ahead. Oh, yeah. You are still cash pay. Yes. Yeah. But your cash pay that actually you're going to, you're going to be all right. Right. And cash pay, you're gambling.
So funny enough, we were talking about, shifting over to it and whatever. I, all of parents, OB bills had started to they aggregate and they just accumulate during pregnancy, and then they bill you at the end. And so with that, and we had some specialty visits because she had some blood markers that were kind of off, and it didn't cover. And we have decent insurance too, and her work pays for it, which is great. And it's like, even with that, it's just like, I think it's like $4,000. Like it was still $4,000 to us. And
for is that 4,000 what you have spent total up to this point on the entire pregnancy process?
It's what we've been billed, but we're in a payment plan, zero interest payment plan for forever. And then I'll ask them to take $1,000 in a year. And then
do you anticipate more bills coming in?
No, it's done.
Okay, that's good.
And then I still have a few from last December's ER visit, where I had, CT scan and some stuff. I had a scare. And so, yeah, so even with insurance, right, that's pretty good.
That actually is pretty good, right?
Yeah, and
with Communicare, it would be less.
Yeah, it might. I mean, it's certainly it might. It's very likely that it would be less.
Based on my understanding, it would be.
Well, I mean, we don't pay a deductible at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like the her work covers all of it. So I
Mm-hmm.
assume it's probably close, and it might be less, right? Like even
Yeah,
when we
based on
start
my
getting scans
understanding.
in, those things are 5 figures to get a CT scan, which is so bonkers. But anyways, it's just always interesting, of like, oh, I need insurance so I can do this. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I have great insurance, and I still have, pretty huge deductibles that I have to pay.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Well, Jenny, thank you, by the way. Good morning. This has come to Canada, and my understanding is it's definitely of the sticking. Like, I think that they certainly would like this offering. In fact, they just did a podcast that, let me find the channel because it was a great conversation. It's on Heart and Soil. If you go to Heart and Soil's, I'm not saying we need to go there, but for anyone who wants to listen to Doc Tom and Jen talk about this more at length in a really solid conversation and explain this stuff, this came out a few days ago, and it's on the Heart and Soil YouTube page, and it's titled "CrossFit Gyms Are the Future of Healthcare," episode 174. Really good. So
that's a supplement company, right?
It is a supplement company. Yeah, they do a lot of like supplements with organ
stuff. Yeah.
So
they came in really hot last year. They did Mayhem. They did a huge sponsorship at the Mayhem Classic, and then they kind of fell off. I think they kind of like blew their load on sponsorships. It's kind of what it seemed like. They kind of came in really hot.
Company was founded by the guy who only ate meat for a long time, but now he does all the viral clips where he assesses everything, and somebody's going to know. Not Liver King. I don't think it's Liver King. Maybe we should look it up to verify, but I think it's, why am I blanking on his name? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, the doctor. About the physician.
Paul. There we go. Paul Saladino. Thank you so much.
Saladino.
Yeah. And Vicky says, I'm saving so much with community care. Yeah, that's the narrative. That's what I'm hearing from everyone.
Oh, Liver King owned it. Oh, wow.
Oh, interesting.
That's great.
Does he still own it?
No, there's no way.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to talk about Xenom first? Or I'm sorry, not Xenom, Hyrox. Although with Xenom, since I mentioned it, I finally, it is next weekend in Dallas, and I will be emceeing. So anyway, I'm just
is that just now public? Is that just now public?
Yeah, I don't think I've actually talked about it. Yesterday, I mentioned it on my little mile run because I was like.
And so you are contracted with the team.
I'm on the team.
You're on the team. And is it like, is this an indefinite on the team? Is it a trial contract, or, like until you, I don't know, like just totally fuck it up, you're going to be on there indefinitely?
I don't have those answers. What I do know is I'll be in Dallas. Yeah. And for Dallas, the team is Chris Unove, Mike. Oh gosh, there's two Mikes, and I always get afraid I'm going to say his name wrong. He runs things, our team over at WODpalooza, and has been involved there forever. And then Noah, and Noah's the only one that I have not worked with before, but yet again, he's a super OG. So anyway, it's I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. We've had the opportunity to meet and kind of talk through what this is going to be like. And anyway, of course, everybody's going to see it in a week, and I think it's going to be very different from anything you've seen at a CrossFit event before. That's for sure. Like the way that this is definitely 10 CrossFit workouts over the course of 2 days with 3 divisions, plus all the age groups will be grouped, or there'll be leaderboards for that stuff as well. But just stay tuned for how cool it's going to be, because I think it's going to be pretty freaking cool. So very grateful to get to be a part of it, for sure.
Sick.
Okay, you want to talk about Hyrox now?
Sure, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is crazy. So, I coach Katie, and so I started coaching Hyrox back in December, or I guess November is when I started coaching Katie. And it's been really eye-opening for energy system and run zone development. I think it's improved me as a coach overall, which is cool. But I'm definitely more invested in it at this point. Definitely more females than males. But this was World Championships were last night. A newcomer won for the female.
Yeah. She did her first one 4 months ago.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it's her first, like she just hasn't been training a very similar
Well,
design for a long time. I
this is
don't
a
know.
great question, or something to learn more about. I definitely look at that and I'm curious as well. Okay, so like what sport did she come from? I have to assume running, right?
Yeah.
Like some running back. Anyway, yeah, we would. I don't know if you can quickly dive into that. She's a marathon runner, so her running capacity. This just goes again to like if we look at who's winning, these are runners. Yeah,
It
who have
is. It
built
is. Well,
some
it
level of
is.
base with the specific
It is
implements.
runners for sure. I think Cole would have won last night. Cole comes from a CrossFit background.
That's great. So you think he would have won,
I think he would have won.
and he
I think
got DQ'd?
I think he's the fittest. I think he was he's for sure the most all around fittest person at that level in Hyrox because he was like a semifinal level athlete at one point, low semi what we would consider now. He was like because he left the space right before this structure occurred, but he would have made semifinals. Like he probably would have been at like he was like low NorCal level kind of athlete, TFX. Like
Okay, so he's good at CrossFit, but he's also an exceptional runner.
he was an exceptional aerobic. His background's crazy, right? He comes from addiction and he's like worked through it and he owns his own business and
Love that.
And so Jesse, who made a lot of our courses early on, Jesse Sheriff was his coach. And so I've followed Cole for a long time through Jesse because I was like, man, like he just puts up some times. And I was like, what the fuck? This guy's like doing mix run interval pieces, like CrossFit pieces. Like, they just post their story and I'm like, this is world class, like faster than any CrossFitter. I'm just like, holy smokes. And so I think he's probably one of the all-around fittest humans on the planet if you shift into that more longer state. And so anyways, I think he would have won, just to be
Can you
honest.
scroll down on this and see what because I actually haven't seen this. I saw the video of him walking away being DQ'd, but I didn't see this. So it says, this one stings. Those close to me to know the amount of time, effort, money, and sacrifice I've put into being here, uprooting my entire life for one goal of being a world champion. I feel upset. I feel robbed. I feel discouraged. I feel angry. I feel it all. But there's one thing about me that has led me to where I am today. I don't effing quit. You will see me again, and this will be a small blip in my journey to becoming the world champion. Thank you, everyone, for the constant ongoing support. I won't be able to get back to all the messages, but okay. So he's saying he's going to be back. So this wasn't enough to make him go.
No way.
Never mind.
No, this is his thing. I mean, this is this is his thing. He owns a programming company. All right, let's see if we can.
I thought he works with Proven.
No, Cole owns his own thing.
Are you sure?
Yes, unless he just recently. Yeah, he has his own. Yeah,
I'll pull. I thought I saw a post within the last few days of him with Proven.
Oh yeah, maybe it was recently. That has to be.
I don't know how new that is. I thought that was the case.
I mean, he has. Let's go to this one. I didn't realize that. So I mean, he has like trained like Cole. Oh yeah, I guess he is. Oh.
Yep. He's with
I didn't even know.
I thought that was not new. Tristan, do you know, has he been with Proven for a while? Because I feel like that's the reason that I know about him.
Oh, I always knew one thing. I didn't even know he made the jump, which is interesting. I've been there a few months. Oh, okay.
Why was he DQ'd? Can you pull up the covering CrossFit, the covering CF post that I sent you? You could either just go straight to their page. It'll be somewhere at the top. Or anyway, so my understanding of why he was DQ'd is he was going to step off of the ski erg, which it needs to be 1,000 meters. And apparently there was like a meter remaining. It did take over and surpass is the story that I'm hearing, but he simply stepped off basically less than a second too early off of the platform. And as a result of that, they're in their rule book. Yet again, this is just what I'm reading online, so verify all of this. But there is a broad range of penalties that could occur, as simple as a handful of seconds, as great as DQ. And this is the very first. And if you're not familiar with the race, they do their 1,000 meter run, and this is the very first thing. So he's on the ski erg. It's the very first of 8. What do they call them? Not sections, but 8 stations.
Workout. I think they call them workouts, actually.
And I think they call them stations, but I've run 8 of them. I should know this. I'm pretty sure they're stations. Anyway, and here he is. And I believe that's their like director of competition something, and he's being escorted off.
Yeah, and so I think what a lot of people are really up in arms about is that Dylan, Scott, and I don't know, in the male pairs,
another individual.
Yeah, in male pairs, someone ended the wall ball early and just got a 15-second penalty.
My understanding is that was not in the male pairs. I thought that was in the Elite 15s.
No, it happened right before this. Like it happened before this. Like that video was live before this went live, because they were working as a team together.
Did anyone also see what was all the chaos at the Elite 15s?
Oh,
yeah, Kipping says incorrect. I'm pretty sure it was the Elite 15s.
Okay. It was the German.
It was individuals. Yeah. So then you turned around and you have an athlete that did not complete a rep. And I don't know if it was a no rep at the end and he thought it was, I don't know. It was, I don't know. But either way, there's an uncompleted rep according to the boards, judges, etc. And the penalty for that was a 15-second penalty. So anyway, it just was pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. That stinks. I mean, it stinks for Cole. And no rep Poppy. What a great YouTube tag.
And then also, you could even go into, and yet again, I don't know with the standards, whether he really was or was not, I don't know, but Hunter getting a penalty on his burpee broad jumps. And so that then of course cost him placement as well.
Right.
So anyway,
he's been penalized for a long time for that. Like he's been penalized a lot for, like, he really pushes the line for, like where his hands hit the ground. And so, it is what it is. And so the rule book has some ambiguity there for the machine specifically, but it has more concrete verbiage for the wall ball.
Right? Okay.
Like the wall ball verbiage says a very specific time penalty. And the machine has it's subjective.
Okay. That's quite interesting. Yeah, it says exactly what you just said. The rule book says that the only penalty for an available for a missed. So then, I mean, if that's what the rule book says, then that's obviously exactly what they did. So then it is. It's just, I think it's just a shock to the system for those of us that don't know the rule book and we're just seeing this unfold in real time and we're like, wait, what? But I mean, if that's all what it clearly outlines, go ahead.
Yeah, this is an interesting statement. CrossFit says, I'm guessing Hunter doesn't usually get the benefit of that with the officials. As you say that, like Hyrox loves Hunter. Like, and if they don't, the announcers and the broadcast team does. They were like, don't ever like I only watched the first 10 minutes and they're like, don't leave us. We need this. We need like old school Hunter back, to have a heel. They really enjoyed having
his
him.
Personality is great for sport, of course.
Grant, shut up. Just dude, shut up. It's okay. All right. So, all right. Anyways, going back to Alyssa, let's see if we can find her. See if we can find Alyssa's Instagram and see what she does.
The girl who won.
The girl who won.
Yeah, I love. She's got some videos too where she's talking about. It actually reminded me of you. It's relatively high up there, not on the top line, but relatively high, where she's talking about smiling during.
She smiles the entire time.
Yes,
it's crazy.
Yes, and she was saying like that tricks her body into to some level into thinking that she's enjoying what she's doing or whatever, right? She was talking about it. And it made me think of you because of your fix your face statements to your athletes
Yep.
who are grimacing and showing that they are in pain.
Mhm.
You don't want them to do that. And so, and I will say it's great because I even think about even on like the rower, for example, where I'll like, start to have a not so cute look. I like think about your statement there and I'm like, be calm, have a calm face.
Yeah, so here we go. So
Oh my gosh, at
she's
234
234, so she's an insane
Jeez.
runner. And
For a
so
marathon.
yeah, it is certainly it's a runner sport. I don't think there's any question about that. Because even if you look at her efforts and her paces, like she's the smallest one that, is, I mean, I guess Lauren's there, but Lauren has a lot more muscle um than her just in general. But even the way she moved the sleds, pulled the sled rope, like, you know, Johanna is 6 inches taller than her or something like that. And she was moving the sled better than Johanna was, right? And so I think she's just an anomaly. Um, you know, and just the ease of her effort. I mean, someone that runs like that, it can do 100 unbroken wall balls at that point in time. I mean, obviously, she has a lot of dual like muscle fiber ability in her, because usually a 234 is just not going to be able to move the sled really well, right? Like that human is just not going to have the strength most of the time to be able to manipulate the machines that well.
Unless she's been training strength diligently for a very long time.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think, yeah, I mean, prior to her ever knowing what Hyrox is,
That's
yes.
what I'm saying. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
yeah,
already given that she did their first one 4 months ago, whatever, like, she was already really
yeah.
conditioned to deal with this exact test. And then I think about for that athlete, what this has to feel like. You stepped into an arena of something that has just absolutely exploded. And here you've been working your whole life as an athlete. And then you just like found this thing that now you're the world champion of.
Right.
And it's this popular. Like, that's got to be
Mhm.
wild. And obviously, like, that's all, even if that's not what she was training for, she's trained to be at the level where she could do this. So, like, hats off. That's insane. I can just only imagine what that roller coaster emotionally feels like in a good way of like, whoa.
I don't know if you saw this. I just want to
Uh,
make it clear that I'm right and all of you are wrong. We're called workouts.
okay, whenever you're in the race, they do call them
I
stations.
know, but they're called workouts.
Okay.
All right. What's us? Anyways, it's yeah, she's insane. Um, and okay, why can't we zoom out? Come on. Really? There we go. Zoom out. Motherfucker.
You good, bro?
It won't zoom. I don't know. It won't zoom. There we go. All right,
You're
it zoomed out.
stuck zoomed in.
Anyways, yeah, her runs were wild. And interestingly enough, they weren't like they're. This is where I think when you look at runs,
Yeah, what were her paces on her runs?
well, this is my problem with when you look at especially Elite 15. Um, I don't think these aren't all accurate. There's no way anyone ran a 248, even if they're fastest. Like that's a shorter run. And then even station 8, like there's no way that she went 90 seconds. Like I watched the race, right? So when you see a lot of these are probably more accurate of all of them. Like these are all for sure a couple, like a little bit short in some capacity. There's no way that she just randomly dropped here from the lunge into the wall ball. And then the start of the race is always a little bit short. Yeah, there we go. So, anyways, still at the 4-minute pace. Um, uh, Katie was messaging me last night talking about the runs and whatnot. But if you just look at the times, like she's the winner, and here's all the times, right? Like even her percentages. So they're not super fast. Her stations was where she won, in my
Wow.
opinion. And in my opinion, right? I mean, she was, and I think these were short, but if you look at her, I think her workout percentage splits were,
What are these peaks? I'm sorry. I don't
so this is like the average of all high rocks ever. So the data is crazy. So this is just like where um, the number is. So this is like the most common, the average of times of all
Gotcha.
Hyrox races ever.
Gotcha.
So, anyways, I mean, 56, 59 is an amazing time. It's not a world record, but she pretty handily kind of cruised past Johanna. Was pretty wild. Just really fit. It's pretty neat. Um, yeah. Anyways, so
I think what this did do is, of course, now that if we go back to CrossFit competition and
mhm.
how I think the leaderboard for the individuals locks today from the review, right?
Well, it locks from the public review.
That's
Yes.
what I mean.
Yeah.
So now we're going to start to see whatever, like
Mhm.
over the course of the weekend, assuming that it goes the way that the teams went this weekend is when we should start to see some movement
It's
on
going
the
to be a
leaderboard.
fucking bloodbath.
So it was just interesting that the Hyrox Worlds happened yesterday because I think all of our media has been all over the map with their perspectives on our online competition, upholding the standards. What do we do about this?
Man.
All the stuff. And
Mhm.
it was kind of like almost a breath of fresh air for a second yesterday to be like distracted and be like, all sports have a hard time with this. Live, online, like
It's gonna be based on the team when they've never reviewed team before ever. It's gonna be a massacre. Tristan says either they'll do nothing or it'll be an absolute. It's gonna be a bloodbath for sure. It's gonna be there's thousands of reviews online. There's thousands, and I just this is I had a I don't want to say an epiphany, but like this was like I had
yeah,
a
have an
grind my
epiphany.
gears moment, and uh I'm just so fucking annoyed with everyone in the CrossFit community about what are we gonna do to change it? Guys, this is the fucking change right now. They've changed it. This is the next iteration. They're letting everyone vote. They're scrutinizing everything. Everyone's upset. They didn't change it enough for the Masters. And then everyone that like comments, they're like, "Oh, I wish they would have done this for the Masters." Shut the fuck up. The Masters bloodbath for the first time ever, to be clear, ever took place. It's just insane. Like how much more? I mean, yes, can they do more? Sure, but they're moving in the right direction, right? We can be upset and we can not like online. That's fine. We don't fucking have the money. There's no money. There's no money. No one's paying for it, right? Unless we're going to go to gyms, okay? We'll start with Masters and then we'll work our way up. For Masters, online's the only way. People can't afford to fly over the fucking world, right? Someone in Indonesia was really good at CrossFit. Like they can't go to Europe, right? Like they can't fly to Europe, right?
Right,
They,
right. You're
you
right.
know, and if you're an individual athlete, maybe there is, and maybe there's no online for individual. I could rock with that. I could go no online, and be totally fine there. But like for teams and for Masters, there's no other way, right? And so to complain that they didn't do anything for Masters is bonkers. There was hundreds of scoring adjustments, all the way down into the 50s and 60s and 70s for the levels of athletes, right?
Mhm.
In positions. So there's no reason to complain. Like this is what everyone wanted. Everyone asked for public scrutiny, and then everyone asked for the review, right? Now, is there some wild things being denied and not denied? Yes, for sure. Are there scores being adjusted and other scores not being adjusted? Yeah, it's not a perfect system, but it's moving in the right direction. Okay, right? How about all of you, everyone complaining, volunteer your time, sit down and stare at a computer screen for 40 hours to adjust scores and not be biased, right? And be completely unbiased, not favor your friends or think that this person deserves it and this person doesn't, or whatever it is. Sure, it's not the most consistent thing, but it's definitely a move in the right direction to create some legitimacy, and at least give people a chance and maybe even just put a little fear of God in people to move a little bit better, right? And so for the team, people complaining about the team too. Oh, the public review is biased and blah blah blah. What doesn't matter? They reviewed every fucking video in the top 10. All 50. All 50 videos in the top 10 athletes um uh were reviewed. I know that they got adjusted everywhere. Everyone got an email. This was reviewed based on the number of whatevers, right? Every single emo. Now, not everyone got adjusted, right? Yeah, because they did good reps, right? And then you can look at it and you can go through and say that, oh, well, they didn't do it hard enough, right? Or Hiller posted the Eubanks's email back to the team, which was wild, by the way. When you submit your score, you can't get more no reps, but I would have given you more, right? And while that's a crazy thing to say, and it means that it just ends up being the person that you see or that looks at it on the other side of the video, that stinks. But it's just a move in the right direction. Could someone update me on the Taylor's podcast yesterday? I don't know what the topic was. Oh, I think I do. He's talking about how we've gotten soft in no rep standards. Let me confirm that, and then I'll go.
Yeah, the whole podcast, the general, like he was just pulling things up and just saying, just everything's no reps and everyone's doing no reps, and
Yeah, and so
and that's obviously a generalization he went on. It was a much longer show, but I think he was just not pleased. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. He was going after Nelson. Did you know that? Did you see that? Did you see it? Nelson goes,
did.
"I made it."
Yeah.
He texted me in the middle of the night last night.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Nelson no rep the shit out of that team, like every workout. Okay, and so we'll come back to this. I think we're it as good as we're gonna get right now.
Yeah.
Right, like this is the most beat down that we've ever seen on an online format. Right. And so everyone's like, and so now we'll transition into Taylor. Oh, we've gotten soft and we've done this. And maybe we have, but we don't know. This is the problem. We don't know. We have no idea. Why? Because we've never had public scrutiny before. So we don't know. We've never seen these videos. We've never ever seen these videos, right? Until 2024. First time. Right. They've been behind the wall forever. So we don't know how loose they've been for forever. Could be more. Right. It could be more, but we just see the videos. So because we see the videos now, and now it's because of Hiller has made no repping a fucking sport, which is fine. I think like having standards is the most important thing, and I think pushing towards it, and I fight.
For sure. I actually think that if you train at a facility that doesn't uphold standards, I like literally feel poorly, because yet again, it's like set the standard happens at the top, and within the local, like that's where, yeah. Anyway, I feel sorry for an athlete who is not being held to a standard because they're performing at the level that they are being held to.
Yeah. I like me and Gucci fight about it all the time. Like all the time. I think Gucci, because she has so much ankle flexion and she's got long ass femurs, like it's hard for her to get below parallel. And I'm like, dude, these are not it. And me, her, and her partner John, we fight about it all the time.
Yeah, and you're doing her a favor.
And so, we don't. This is my thing: is we have no idea. We're comparing it to the only thing we're comparing it to is the over exaggeration of standing up squats and going below squats and locking out muscle ups. Everything else, it's really only three. Like, let's just be clear. It's only a couple of things. Everyone's always flirted the deadlift. Before old CrossFit, they definitely showed this ridiculous, ugly, overextended hip at the top of an air squat, right? Where their hip is like moving forward to center of gravity, which I think is dumb, but that's what it is. And so that's what they look through, right? That's kind of like, I think Taylor's sort of push, because, like the L1 is like the gospel, which I understand. And, the broken body at the handstand pushup and keeping it forward, which everyone's always flirted with. That's not anything new. That's always been something to complain about, having a little bit forward at the top of a thruster. And I don't see that it's different. I think it's the same. I think people are just moving so much faster that we have more opportunity to potentially call it out. Right. And so that's just the nature of sport. Right. This is like saying that we don't throw enough flags for pass interference in the NFL. Right. It's like you could throw a flag every play. Every single play you could throw a flag. Right. And so it's impossible to call everyone. And, maybe you call everything no matter what every time, and we're overly strict, and then everyone's Fran turns into 240, and it's like, well, that's not fun. and I mean, and
Well,
and
this
so
is an interesting conundrum too, because like now that the public review has ended and now that the games team is gonna, or the HQ team is gonna get in there and take a look around, like then there are decisions to be made about, like you said, like how far do we take this? Because at the end of the day, the goal is to get the fittest people to the games, right? And so like if they've had the opportunity to potentially be less, what's the word I'm looking for? Whenever their movement is flawless. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, where they've been able to, I don't want to say like skirt it, but either way, being hard enough on it to like hold standards, and also not so hard on it that you like wind up not getting the fittest people to the games. Does that
yeah,
make sense?
yeah, yeah, 100%. And so coming back to, um, I we should hold the standard. Everyone should hold the
For
standard.
sure.
We should do the standard. There's no doubt. But it's still,
Virtuosity. My
yeah,
gosh.
there we go, virtuosity. And so this is, it was just like creeping up the throat. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
Tristan said he went through and called no reps. And so I watched that. That was like the only clip that I watched, and I felt like every rep was exactly the same. Like every single rep that I saw. Um, but it's also why I won't judge the movements, right? Like I'll yell at my athletes, but I'm not judging Gucci. I'm letting someone else judge her, right?
Yeah.
That's just
Hi,
me.
it me. I'm the someone else
Yeah, you're the
during
someone else. You're the someone
quarterfinals.
else, Nelson. I'm not doing it. If I know the athlete is going to be really, really close, like I'm just not going to um, uh, do it. And and so um, uh, we will.
Did you delete?
Yeah, I deleted that.
I was actually, yeah, I was gonna say that's not true.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And so, man, I don't know. I don't think it's as bad as what Taylor has led on. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's moving in the right direction. I'd rather have public scrutiny. Um, and so based on what I've seen so far from athletes, um, based on what I've seen so far from athletes that have been in review, no matter what the review was, like if it lean needs review or lean good, everything's getting reviewed. Like I don't think it's making it. I definitely think it's more of a um, what's the word? It's like make people feel important. Like it's like a saying. Like mm, I don't
Make
know.
people feel important.
It's like giving the public it. I don't think it's influencing anyone's decisions to review or not at the top.
Uh-huh.
Like I think everyone's video is getting reviewed if it gets even two needs reviews,
Yeah.
right? Which everyone's is, no matter what. Like there's no one that's getting all perfect.
Yeah, and I mean at the end of the day, like as much like there's some level of subjectivity that is going to come into play because it's human eye and human movement,
Mhm.
right? And like as much as we are striving for virtuosity, there's also the humanity component that we're not getting away from. And then you layer in the reality that at least at the level of like the judges and so on, these are volunteer positions. People pay to take this course to be able to do this thing, and they certainly care, and they're human, and we don't have a pro, and like you talked about at the beginning, like the money side of things, like there isn't a system that exists today to be able to, like they are regulating it, you know.
Yeah, I agree. And so this one is, I don't think we can take this one into account. Like you
Yeah,
have to, it
say, will you say it?
to us, well, anth- anthropometry, and
Also matters but isn't taken into account. People have asked us to just read them, that's all. If you pull it
and
up.
it's yeah, and so this is what I said. This is what I said on the call last time. What Ortega just said, but going into anthropometry, it can't be taken into account because then the standard has to change, right? I think hip needs to, yeah, it means body type, and uh, I mean, you have to go below parallel, you have to lock out, and so on and so on. I think there's way less people. So Tristan's going into the point that The point he's trying to make is that the standards can oust people from doing it. And so something that I think the L1 would never agree with, or virtuosity of movement would never agree with. But it is true. Like there are certain people that just will not squat below parallel, and their arms will not stack over their shoulders, even if they're really, really fit. And so
Do you
they are.
believe that that is something that they can solve with mobility for these athletes at the like individual open level, like with that age and so on?
I
Do you
mean,
believe that
I coach Terry, who's a 7-year-old games athlete, and her elbows do not lock out.
that's
Neither,
I
neither,
specifically was not referencing an age group athlete.
and so I think young,
Do
man,
you believe, for example, if they squatting to depth is something that they really struggle with? Do you
I've
believe that with
met
the right set of mobility work, getting
I've
that
met a
tissue
couple
under
people.
load and forcing it into those positions, you think they can't get
99%
there?
yes. 99% yes, but I've certainly met people that have hip archetypes
Yeah.
and, designs that they will not. You could see them squat, they're fit, clean and jerk over 300 pounds, but when they get close to parallel, you can just see the
Yep.
brakes get hit, and it is just like, it's just not happening. Like, they are
Okay, so
not.
1% or less.
Yeah, way under 1%.
Okay.
A
So,
very
like, is
unique.
this even a conversation we really need to have other than just, like, acknowledging that there might be a very, very special bird out there that might not actually be
Um,
able to get access to that?
so, um
I mean, it's just like if it's less than 1%, how relevant really is it?
Right, right.
Not absolutely irrelevant, but not very relevant.
No, not very relevant. Clooney's asked, "Can you clearly see hip crease with shorts on?" No, you can't. Let's just be clear.
No,
Like,
seriously, and I think about, like, all of us women wearing our shorts oftentimes that go up to the navel, and it's like, those hips are well below the top of the shorts,
mhm.
you know? And so
Yep.
it is interesting. Like, I watch my own movement back, and I've never had questionable squat depth except for in the first rep of an overhead squat. That sucks. I always have to be, like, real mindful. But either way, yeah, that's something that, like, even with the shorts that I wear, I'm like, oh, that even looks like maybe not. If you're trying to see the top of the short get below the knee, but
Mhm.
can my hips get below my knees? Yeah, absolutely.
Um, Coming back to Taylor's point, I think that in-person judging has maybe gotten a little soft at the highest level. Um,
I mean, I think we've seen
and
that here or there.
huh?
We've seen that here and there.
Yeah, and so, but I don't think online has changed at all. I think it's always been exactly the same. I've watched people do this sport for a really long time, um, and and I don't think it's changed enough for everyone to have this opinion on it. We're just privileged to have more information to fucking bitch about and more videos to complain about. It's true. That's it. That's all it is. And so now you have people that have friends and athletes they like sitting 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and they're just going to blast social media about the people in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, right? Which
Yeah,
is,
and
I
like
think,
you said, HQ is still going to do its thing and
yeah.
it's still going to thoroughly review towards the top everyone, right? So
Mhm.
all of those votes, as much as like, yeah, whatever, if that's what you like, I don't know that I need to contribute much to the conversation about what everyone else should or shouldn't do in that regard,
Mhm.
as much as just like I am going to choose to trust that HQ is going to, based on what we've seen, do, and this is just the choice I make, right? That they're going to do the best they can to be thorough. And but then I think that what I mentioned earlier, it comes back to like we want to get the fittest people there,
Yeah.
and so upholding the standard is incredibly important. And then also, if we're going to get as aggressive as say the video or some of the requests have been over the last week, right, in reviewing videos, then like what who does move to standard
Right.
technically,
Well,
like
I
who
also think
actually
that
gets it right?
this is interesting, and so everyone's just talking about bottom of the squat, right? And that's like the main one. Maybe pushing away like we're just looking at the team workouts. It's really three things. It's pushing away the top of the muscle up. It's locking out the handstand push up, and it's squat depth. Like those are the three main issues right now. And so Vicky said maybe it should be bottom of butt instead of hip crease, which would be very simple. Like that would be put them very high. But when but hip crease below knee is in and of itself can be, I think it's probably at this point with the size of everyone's fucking legs is probably too ambiguous of a standard. It probably should be hip crease above thigh, like basically the top, any top point of your thigh within the pattern, right? Because you have people like Danny or
Dallin,
Riley,
or I mean, I don't even know what his look like. I just think of
and
he has like big thighs.
and yeah, he's huge.
Right.
Dude's
But
got a, and so um and so I think that's where the problem is it's like you are trying to create, in theory, we're trying to see a parallel line from one point through the skin because it elevates above and then back to the bone. That's a very, very hard thing to do. And I think 10 years ago, it was easier because people didn't look like powerlifters. I mean, they didn't have 27-inch, 28-inch quads, right? I mean, they're athletes are big, man. And so, do I think the standards should change? Nah. Um, mm, I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it's always been the problem, personally. Jeremy says no.
I mean, even
But
if they did have large legs then or whatever, like it's still the concept of from knee joint to hip joint
yeah,
getting,
through the leg.
yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
that still applies regardless of if the
I
athlete's thigh
mean,
was
it
large
is
or
what it
not.
is. I agree with JD. I think the ring muscle up. I think everything else is way easier and way more objective than the squat depth. I think squat depth is challenging. I think
Yeah.
because it's so fast, it's so quick. But I think the ring muscle up is easy to fix. I think everyone just should get no reps. Like people just they push away. Like
Yeah.
even Hopper on whatever workout they did. The
Running.
26.2, right? They did it live. Like
Oh,
I think all of those are no reps. I think like almost all of them. He pushes away. I think a lot of males push away. I think a lot even more females push away. And so I'm pretty yeah, camera angle matters. And so, anyways,
I would say CrossFit says better filming requirements. I think there's a valid, improvement that could be made there. Yet again, the idea that we're even like at this point having this level of scrutiny from HQ, not necessarily publicly. Obviously, we're getting a lot of that, but the fact that we're getting this from the like that's gosh, it's so tough. But this makes sense, right? Like just based on what we've seen, there has been a very broad range of this, and so maybe even a little bit more clarity, because it phrased as like suggested angles, or it wasn't phrased as required angles, right? As far as how to film, like there were
oh
suggested
yeah,
camera
yeah.
angles and
Well, they
so
used
on.
to have. Well, they used to have like camera has to be here. Like
Okay.
there definitely went through that bit, but I think there was, then
Gyms that don't
yeah, gyms
fit
that
that.
don't have the logistic ability to do that.
Yeah, recommended.
And so,
Yeah, tough.
anyways, I don't think it's a big deal. I think people want to complain, find things to complain about. I'm complaining that people are complaining too much. Like, I think it's cool that we get to see all these videos. I get to watch more fit people do really fit things and do amazing feats of, performance. And yeah, and so it's not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal.
Do we think it's reasonable to assume by Monday night's show we'll have a potentially different leaderboard?
A different leaderboard, but not the final leaderboard. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be this is someone is in. I think there's 3 people that are in that won't make it.
Do
Between
you know
men
those
and
3
women.
that you actually,
No, I have
or
no
just
idea.
generally
No,
3?
I just think it's 3.
Just using a number. Okay.
I just think it's 3. Um, so yeah, and so online is stupid. No more. And sure, let's just yeah, yes. There's no question, but you just it's just logistics. It's just what it is. The money isn't there, and we just can't make them all go away. I just don't think it's feasible. I think to just say that online is dumb and it should go away is it's not productive, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't it's just where we're at, right? I don't think they want to go like no one wants to not have regionals. I think that's a silly thing. But us, extreme ownership, us as the fans aren't going out and fucking spending a ton of money and going to watch it. Syndicate had 20 games athletes there. There was 7 people in the fucking stands. So what are you going to do? Right? Yeah, this is also a statement. This is probably the most accurate statement. So, like, online judging is better than in person, but we just don't go back and slow it down, right? Because it's not, it's always at a high angle or dead on. You can't see it. They're going fast. You're excited for the race. So, I don't disagree with this. I think this is probably the most accurate statement JD has said, or that has been stated. Online judging is better than in person. If anything, it's more strict, especially now that it's public.
It's definitely more strict.
It's definitely more strict. So then what's the big deal? We just want it to be in person because it's fucking cool. Yeah, we love to watch people do fitness. But I don't think the online is I don't think the judging is, I certainly don't think it's worse. I think it's more scrutinized. 100%.
Yeah.
It's not even close. But yeah, that's not that's not fun to complain about. But that's for sure true. Like, this is the most true statement. So, I don't think it's changed in that actually. Like, that's what I said when we first started. I think there is, I think in-person judging has drifted way more than online judging. As far as like what they get away with. So there's actually zero need for an online.
This goes into the point that you made at the very beginning in regards to where's the money to make it all happen.
Yeah, exactly. So how do we, there's definitely a need for it. I think there has to be some capacity. Some people just don't have the money to travel around. And
right. So perhaps in a perfect world, we wouldn't need online, but we don't live in a perfect world.
Right.
So, and I mean, yet again, like HQ gets to they get to set this up, and then that's the system that we play in for the year, Yep. So this is the system that we're in. This is what we're doing this year.
Yep.
We'll see if it stays the same next year.
Right. All right. What else? Swimming announced. Sorry.
Yeah, that in the hopper. No, you're good. I think that I mean, obviously the conversation can just kind of go indefinitely about that, because there are so many points that could be referenced, and there's pros and cons, and like they're just clearly, like, if there was a perfect system, well, I don't know, there just isn't, right? So I
think there is a perfect system. That perfect system just doesn't financially fit with us where it is, right? When money isn't in play, like, we can do
okay, this might be fun. If we had unlimited funds to do whatever we wanted and create a perfect system, what would that system look like to you, CJ?
Oh, we just go back to regionals. It's not even a question. Geographically based regionals, 40 to 60 people at those regions.
And that would be perfect.
Yeah, it'd be perfect. 100%.
And are all regionals doing the exact same test?
Yeah.
And they are spread out over different weekends, like happened when there was regionals, or are they all happening at the same time? What are you optimizing for? Because having them happen at different times allows for more of an experience for these fans.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to 17, 18. And there's probably some, I think the same exact test. I think that there's probably, so if we had to be a little more specific, I think the tests are the same. I think it's probably a couple a weekend, right? You have like different portions of the world going at the same time, like Australia, Central, blah, blah, blah. It's probably a little bit less in the States. And so, yeah, there's only one. How do you get to regionals? You have to get to online. I mean, there's no online ever. So let's just be clear. There is no online ever unless we standardize the test and it looks like Xenon. Like, that's it. That would be it. And even then, guys, the amount of, it's not Hyrox. You can't run 10,000 people through a CrossFit event in a weekend. It's just not possible. There has to be.
That's where there's been conversation about the athletes that want to play for real pay a different rate, have a different experience than the athletes who want to just participate in the open for the sake of it, right? Like having that two different things. So yet again, I'm not advocating for or against any of that, as much as just like the conversations have been had around, could you have this experientially be different, standards wise, et cetera, potentially even have a live event situation for the open for the athletes that want to. But yet again, then you go back to the financial logistics. But if we're taking that out and we're living in our perfect world where everybody has enough money and there are not travel restrictions ever occurring for anybody and everybody can go in person, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, then
Are
it's
we
like,
living in Delulu land? Like,
yeah, I mean, then you could do golf's longest day, right? Like then it's everyone is doing it. But even then, so okay, so sure, that makes it the point, but you're your town's best athlete. Everyone loves you. And so then do you get, is that better than doing it online? Because then now it's like, oh, they want you to go through and they give you the times that you need. So then you make it to the next stage, right? So then we get like standards are flirted again in person. We just decided in person judging is less strict than online. So if the goal is to get to an in person, just because we like in person, I don't think it's a better test. I don't think that the better people are getting through. I do think that competing in person is just better for the sport overall. But if we're worried about the judging legitimacy, then why can't we just do the open as it was before?
have the open be something for the community, but it not even be a part of the game's qualifying process.
Um, and so yeah, 100%. And so those are the levels. I don't know. That one is interesting because I think everyone likes to be on the same leaderboard.
Oh, I'm not saying we should do it.
So yeah, I think going back to that, and then it's like Brazil goes one day, the West goes the same day, and then Europe goes the same day. Everyone gets one chance. And then I do think if we did something like that, say we had 10 spot, like 10 regionals, I think you fly everyone out for an in-person last chance at the ranch. I just think a last chance is sick.
Mm-hmm.
But you do that in person. It's like, oh, it's only 10 people. Fly them out. They got to get their coach out there. They get, they can fly out, right? It's like the first person out at every event gets to go out to their ranch. It's 10 people. They all do it in person over a weekend. It could even be a day, right? Fuck it. Let's just make it a day, 5 events. Just, really quick. They film the entire thing. One heat for everything.
Yeah, speaking of filming the entire thing, the Road to the Games, the last one came out, which was for Copa Sur and Legends.
Mhm.
I haven't watched all of it yet, but they've been crushing with this Road to the Games content. Have you watched that yet?
I haven't watched that one. It came out 2 days ago?
Yeah, and I haven't seen all of it yet, but I started it. And again, the structure of these videos, the way they're going about it, it's just they're doing a phenomenal job.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and so as far as online, my my pants, like the string like got pulled through. I'm trying to get it back. It's annoying the shit out of me.
Oh no.
It's yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of ways to do this when money isn't a factor. I think the biggest things that I want to see, I thought this year was really good. I think we could do less spots online. I think we can find a way to put online so we can watch in some capacity. And I think there should be regional locking, and they should be limited to one attempt.
Okay.
Tyler, that's funny. So yeah, some last chance in person, right? We go back to more in-person events, but smaller. I think okay, whittle it down one more time. Regional locking is very important for the growth of the sport and for in-person, like fans in the stands. It's very, very important.
But why is that important? Because this year we didn't have it, and we did have athletes travel, and people in those areas were really excited to see athletes they'd never seen before. And yes, there were some people who were upset about it, but by and large, I think it was favorable to the athletes and the fans.
I disagree. I think if you look at Legends, you look at Syndicate, which would arguably be our like Legends in theory should have been a premier event. And while there were people there wasn't that many people there. Like it wasn't full. And I think if you take people from within
Mayhem. I mean,
Mayhem only sells 150 tickets.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, for that purpose, I'm like, well, competition wise, who was on the floor? That
And
was
so,
crazy.
right. Yeah. And so I think you kind of have to remove Mayhem from that, but they didn't have as many people as last year. It wasn't as packed as last year. And Syndicate's a great example of it just being completely dead. I don't think Mayhem had as many
Fans wise.
fans wise. Yeah. I don't think there was as many people there. And maybe they just didn't sell as many tickets.
Okay, yeah, and I guess what I'm referencing is the ones that largely that American athletes went other places. Not exclusively that, but
Right, but those we have to just consider
yeah,
the
those
state.
have big viewership no matter what.
Right, exactly. And
Mhm.
so I disagree. I think we've always gotten the fittest to the games with regional locking. Like that's just we do.
Yep.
People moved, right? And so, hey, this is your thing. Like people move to train all the time. So if you aren't good enough, but you're good enough, then you'll figure it out.
Mhm.
You know? And so I think regional locking is the way to do it. And the main reason is to get people you want to do all in person. That's the only way that we're able to even potentially make that happen because you can sell tickets and you can make some money. You have to figure out how to make money at some point. Clooney's just like there's you have the events have to make money at some point, or then we're not going to have any events, right? And I'm going to guess that there's probably a big reason why what's his name? Who's running Xenon? Who's your boss?
Wilson Pock?
Wilson. There's probably a reason Wilson is doing Xenon and I would guess potentially not doing Syndicate. He's going to run both.
I don't think that's I don't think that's the case.
I think there's people that aren't making
I don't think
money.
I know the answers to all
I
this,
think
but I
there's
don't
people
believe that
not
that's
making
the
money
case.
in the space that we want to make money and that are just doing it for the love of the game. And so these in-person events, they need to make money.
Definitely that. Yeah, for sure.
They have to make money. And so there's no way that Syndicate was profitable. There's no way. Unless Rogue just paid out the ass for a huge sponsorship being on the floor. And so I think regional locking does that. Teams, individual, like JD says, maybe every event has some mass participation behind them, sort of like Legends. So yeah, I don't know. I think some of them, I think quite a few of them are profitable, but they're not profitable that are only doing elites. So
That's a great question. Really no clue where any of that stands.
Like I know Legends, I think Legends is a break even. But Legends Masters, because there's such a big participation is big. I know obviously NorCal makes money. They have huge payouts, right?
I mean, they do have huge payouts. So how much money do they really make? I don't know the answer to that, but they definitely have big expenses. They have big turnout and big expenses. I don't know. I hope they make tons of money, right? I just have no idea. We don't, I mean, do we have any clue? Do we have any clue about any of these? Truly. I don't.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I know like what we do for Iron Games, and I mean everything that we make is based on who's signing up. That's it. Nothing else.
By how many people register?
Yeah. Yeah, it's how many people are competing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even with that, obviously, that's something that the expenses add up, and so then therefore, it's really just to do it because we love doing it, not for profit necessarily, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yet again, these are assumptions. I'm not involved in competitions in that way, and have no meaningful insight to that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm coaching someone that's doing this event, Purple Mountain Throwdown. Workouts are hard.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like a good one.
It's a good one. So anyways. All right.
So the only other things, let's see here. So it was just simply that we're bringing back the hopper. That's been talked about a lot. That's really cool. The fact that swimming is coming back. Ben put on his Instagram story yesterday that he got his media credential for the game. So that's awesome. Did you see that?
I did, and it's just so funny that like I'm all it's fine. We'll move on. It's just so funny. Ben gets a media credential, cracks me up.
That's great.
Um,
I've seen a handful of people. I mean, I'll also be there. So
mhm.
yeah,
um, so anyways, maybe we'll try and do something.
yeah, we
Probably
will.
not. I'm gonna be. Yeah, we'll figure something out. You guys will.
I mean, I at least have intentions of, yeah, for sure. We'll do something. Your availability will be what it is, and we'll do something.
100%. Um, uh,
Shout out
and
Clinton's getting a media pass. That's great. Yeah, a lot of these media pass approvals seem to have happened yesterday because people have been posting. It's awesome. The only other things I can think of, I sent you these this morning, I think. I think he sent you one the other day, but maybe I sent it again. Anyway, Dr. Mike Isertel,
mhm.
he posted a clip of Tom Holland. That's his name, I believe. He's the one
Yeah,
that does,
Spider-Man.
yep, talking about doing Cindy.
Yeah. It was a long time
And
ago.
and so that was super cool. And then he posted another one talking about, are the high level CrossFit athletes on drugs or whatever? And his opinion is no. And so
Which
it's
is
just
crazy. That was so wild. I can't believe he said that. I did see that, and I nuts. And if anyone fucking knows it, it's that guy.
right.
That's an
And I think
interesting
it's
one.
so cool to see. Yeah, like, I mean, like, so there's that super famous soccer player that posted something, I think last week, like a video of his CrossFit workout. He's got like 60 something million followers. Why am I blanking right this second?
No idea. What to go for.
Somebody in the comments will know, hopefully. And then let's see who else. I just feel like here recently, it's just been kind of like a lot of different. I don't know how to say the name, but Zlatan, this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to say his name.
Thank you, Bo. That was another one I wanted to reference. And they actually, on the 2717 recovery YouTube channel, they actually put out a video of, it's like from the games to, yeah, that athlete. Zlatan
Zoltan.
Ibrahimovic.
Zoltan. Um, the string is almost there. It's so frustrating. It's something I can't just stop messing with. I can't. I know you
That's
can.
funny.
If someone is noticing, they're like, "What is he doing?" I'm like, "Wiggly." Anyways, it's so close. It's bothering the piss out of me. Anyways,
I think it's just really cool to see all of these athletes. Obviously, we know that we have Tyson Bagent. That's not news, right? But like, man, there are a lot of people, whether it's athletes from different sports or actors or whatever it is, that are like claiming that they're doing CrossFit, which is so sick.
I agree. I think it's
I
good.
don't think that was happening too much not that long ago, and now it's like, yeah, it's CrossFit.
Mhm.
Duh. But I love hearing them say it.
I agree. It is. This is true. He said this. I don't know, like within the year. Charles Barkley.
Oh, really?
On the
This
show.
year? Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, um, it was just sort of a like.
Yeah, what was that?
It was just I don't even remember. He was talking to Shaq. But on what's it, NBA Live? Is that their show?
Is
I
he
don't know.
saying he's like doing it regularly? Like, now
No,
I
I
want
think he
to
said
know what he said.
he did it. There's I think there's a video of it.
Oh, yeah, I did it and it was hard and whatever, right?
Yeah, I think there's a video of it.
Okay.
Of him like trying it out in
Oh,
the
yeah.
local wherever he lives.
Mhm.
Anyways, so it is interesting. Speaking of soccer, we're shifting back. USA plays today. Red, white, and blue.
Yep.
America.
Yep.
Let's go.
That's why his background is that color. So
That's
can we
right.
all take a moment to acknowledge he coordinated his background to match the World Cup?
And yeah, it definitely did seem like a one and done. I agree. Talking about Charles Barkley, but he did talk about it. So watch today. Don't say any dumb chants. Let's just be clear. We have one chant, and it's USA on repeat for 3 hours. Not any of this weird stuff that's getting created. No, we're not as cool as the Vikings and rowing and like moving an entire stadium with a row pool, but Let's create some culture. Let's watch some soccer, guys. Everyone, whatever you're doing, leave work early, turn it on. Let's watch. It's the thing. Support your country. This is cool. Are you? I mean, I know. Have you fallen into the algorithm of like everyone coming and loving America's food and Buc-ee's and all of that shit? Have you seen all that stuff through Instagram?
No.
Really?
Great.
It's like the
but I don't watch soccer. I like this
What
is
does
not.
it's not even that. It's just that you don't even have to watch soccer. It's basically all of these foreigners coming here and experiencing American culture that are just totally surprised, eating a lot of barbecue, going to Buc-ee's, getting free refills, or like being able to throw away their bottle cap, right? Because like those are things that aren't European friendly. And so yeah,
No, I haven't seen any
you
of
have to watch
this.
this. It's just like on repeat. It's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of posts. Of wow, everyone, nothing is like what the media shows, and it's like, oh yeah, go figure.
Interesting.
So, anyways,
I love how half the references were about how to get diabetes, but whatever.
yeah, it's the food. The food's the biggest thing. So, anyways, it's all right. Moderation.
Yeah, because humans are good at that.
All right, don't kill the vibe. Okay, Grumple. All right.
I hope they're loving it. They're gonna return back to their whatever, where hopefully that's not the norm. I just that all of that stuff makes it so much harder for American people to be healthy, which is unfortunate. Doesn't mean it's impossible, obviously. I would just love it if the options weren't deplorable.
All right.
Sorry, I totally killed the vibe, but I don't know how sorry I really am. I'm happy they're enjoying it. That's great. Love it. Also, just would love if we didn't have, ingredient lists the size of, I don't know, something ridiculous.
Dissertations.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Tega is actively sending this to me. Okay. I'm sure these are fun. Thank you, Tega. I'll look at these.
Go watch soccer. Enjoy. Have fun. Have a good Friday. What else is today? Anything?
Not that I mean, I think that Hyrox is still, the Worlds is still going on. So I'm not sure exactly what all, but that's still going on. So there's that. I think the main thing, at least from my perspective, is literally just like keeping an eye on one. I mean, I think that the CrossFit Games is going to continue to trickle out stuff about what's going on at the games. So keeping an eye out for whatever comes from them next. And then the leaderboard. And then the leaderboard. I think
we didn't hit on swimming. So hopper and swimming, which I'm stoked about. My quick bit is I think the hopper is great. I like nuance. I like unique things. I think that anything besides just thrusters and muscle ups, 21:59 is going to be cool. So anything out of the norm, I'm all for.
Yeah. Yep. Squashed it like a bug. That's funny. That's right, Vicky.
All right.
I ain't having it.
I think Bennett's still asleep.
That's crazy.
I know. He hasn't made a noise. I don't have the monitor in here either, but Perrin hasn't texted me, which means that he probably is still asleep. All right.
Jay Birch is coming to Xenom. That's going to be awesome.
Sick.
Super fun.
Jay Birch joined. Jay Birch was on our call the other day.
I know. It was great to see him there.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. Yeah, he's talking about our weekly live office hours call for Academy members, where this week we did a mini seminar, if you will, about running.
Put that together. I'm like so
I'm sure a very short period of time. Also, let's talk about the fact that Tristan did his Q&A and then on his story and the 2 running questions, I was like, that's CJ. That's CJ. And he was like, yep.
Yeah. It's like, it's part of, I mean, I've always felt like I can make people good runners, but I just want to be better. And so it's definitely like at a forefront of my learning.
Yeah. You're thinking about it a lot right
now. Yep. So anywho, sick. I think that's it. Be on the lookout for new stuff at WODprep coming soon, like really soon.
Yes.
If you're looking to be not a shit runner, you should join our running group at some point. Oh, I think
there's actually a lot of resources in there already.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Here we go. Wait, no, cancel. Here we go. We'll put it right there. If you guys are looking to join the group, it's free. It's a challenge. We have some like 100 miles in there. We started 3 weeks ago.
I know. I asked someone the other day who posted like in their introduce yourself, because we have like an introduce yourself section when you join. And they were like, I'm here for the run challenge, whatever. And then I was like, cool, what are your personal goals? And then they were like, well, I wanted to
Win the
win,
shoes.
but
I know.
somebody in here is already going crazy. So
Oh yeah, he runs 5 miles every day. He's doing what I wanted to do. Whoever's in first.
Yeah.
No, sad. I did run
4
twice
the other
this
day.
week. It's getting better. I ran 4 miles 2 days ago, and obviously I was really sore and limpy afterwards. But like that comeback is getting better, so I think it's improving, in general. So hopefully we'll be back to jumping and running more consistent here in the next month, maybe after the games. So anyways, tendonitis sucks. Just sticks around.
I'm just working on becoming a better mover for gymnastics by the time that we have camp. I mean, I want to generally for life, but like I'd really like to.
Oh, yeah, we sold out camp. By the
we
way, I know you knew that. Anyone else did? It was just crazy because we've never had more than like 26 people, and we sold out.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a double that.
Yeah, we crushed it. Yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we sold out months in advance.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be so cool. Yeah, I'm really excited. But either way, I know that we have absolute legends for gymnastics, like as far as our coaches who can coach gymnastics, and I can coach the movement, but my ability to demo the movement is something I'm very much so like, okay, we've got to get this sorted. Right. So anyway.
So anyways, yeah, it was it's cool. All right. I'm gonna go get Bennett up and maybe go work out. I think that's a good idea. I'm trying to work out today. I worked out pretty decent this week.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a meeting with Brent here in very soon.
3 minutes.
Nope. No, 18 minutes.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. What a great show. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you have a great weekend.
What workout are you doing?
Let's see what class is. It's a good question.
You were like trying to end the show.
Yeah, that's all right. It's cool.
I can take a look and see. Oh, I think I'm doing a combination of it's 6-4-2, rope climb, something else, and then 21-15-9 of 2 other movements. Anyway, we'll do that.
Let's see.
I'll do whatever my progressions are inside prep stuff.
That looks rough. Class is 3 minutes, 20 front squats, 12 burpees, lateral burpees over the bar, or AMRAPs, or each for time, 20 and 12, 16 and 12 ascending weights. That looks hard. Ouchie.
Will you say that again? I'm sorry. I feel like you said
so
that.
It's a 3 minute. Well, I misread it. So each for time, you have 3 minutes on the clock, 20 front squats, 12 burpees, and I guess you rest the remainder. Each of those is for time, and then the barbell load, it goes 20, 16, 12, all the way down, and the weight is ascending. So
you gonna do that?
Yeah, I might do that. I always like if I'm gonna. I always try to bias like knee flexion. Whenever I like actually get a barbell in my hands, I try and always do some form of heavy knee flexion. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Love it. Yep. Looks like according to the work inside of WODprep, I'll be doing RDL, strict press, muscle up work, and then I'll do my 6-4-2 of, I don't know, it's rope climbs and some like moderately heavy carries, and then 21-15-9 sandwiched in there of a couple of different movements. Anyway.
Man, that's a full training day. God, you train a lot.
Well, I'm trying to get better, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in a season of like, yes, I am definitely, I've been for at least a couple of months now training more, but if I'm going to get better at skills and so on, like I just have to spend time doing it, period.
Oh, really?
Shocker.
Who knew?
Shocker.
But
thankfully I have Academy, which makes it super easy to just like do the thing.
Yeah.
And it certainly got better. It was great. I will say one of the nice things, we did a workout that was, it was 1-1-2-2-3-3 up for 7 minutes of strict pull up and push press. It was 105 for the women. So maybe what one
was that WODpreps?
No, that was a .com workout. And, my score was actually really, really good. I was really like the strict pull up. I was real strict on myself with, actually being a strict pull up and not having my frog kick or whatever. Anyway, it was cool because it was very obvious that the work that I've been doing with the bar muscle up stuff was really positively impactful there because I was able to, anyway,
hang
was
on
good.
for a while. Good.
Yeah, that and with holding better positions. So
I love it.
yep. Yippee.
I love it. Yippee. All right. See you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend. Peace. Oh,
Yeah.
happy Father's Day to fathers, right? Isn't that
Oh my
weekend?
gosh, yes, thank you so much. Happy Father's Day to you, CJ. I'm so sorry that I did not.
Thanks.
That would have happened later. Anyway, yes.
I
Happy
might
Father's
actually get
Day
to go
to
play
you.
golf on Sunday. We'll see. Depends on how much work I get done today and tomorrow. We're trying to go play some golf.
I feel like you will. You'll find a way.
Yeah, well, parents' dad's in town is why I get to go play golf. Let's just be clear, which is
That's great.
always a good reason to go play golf.
Love it.
He'll shoot like a 3 under and just fucking.
Will Carlos go with you?
No.
Okay.
No. I think he's out of town. I think he's at a HWPO weekend.
Okay.
But no. No, Carlos is fun. No, I don't know. I'm nervous about golf on Sunday afternoon because there's no way that I don't have work. And if I'm golfing on Sunday on Father's Day, I'm drinking Miller Lights. So it's not going to bode well for my work night, but we'll see. We'll balance it out. We'll figure it out. So anyways.
You could golf and not drink, but I understand that those are
less fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Different times of life.
Yeah, I don't know. All of life is so much more fun without alcohol for me, so I don't know. But obviously that's a unique scenario. Anyway, all right. That's enough.
Guys. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. See you guys on Monday. Bye.
Bye.